Hi, my name is Graham Potter, and in the workshop today I've bought a couple of little trees. On the face of it, this little guy has lots of potential for bonsai, and a lot of people would be very happy to have this on their benches. This guy here looks like firewood. In actual fact, it's not firewood, this is firewood. Now on the face of it, many people would think this is not a suitable plant to be turned into bonsai, but in actual fact this tree has got great character, and even though it's got more than its fair share of problems, we can use some carving techniques, particularly wiring, shaping and so on, and apply those techniques to this type of material to make something very special. And obviously today I'm going to be walking you through that process. One of the things you notice about this tree when you first come to it is the fact that the wood is completely rotten. As you can see here, the knife just goes right into the wood. It's completely soft, and that's something that would bother a lot of people. But in actual fact, that's really quite exciting, because I know that underneath here, that rot is going to have removed a lot of the bulk of this wood, and when we get rid of that soft material, we're going to find something really interesting. For many years now I've been using stumps like this to make bonsai, and I have to say it's still very exciting, because when you have these big blocks of wood and not much inherent natural character, this tree really is a blank canvas upon which we can create, within the limitations of its own shape, any kind of bonsai. This can be really interesting and excellent material, and of course it's not something that's going to break the bank if you wanted to buy this as raw material. When it's finished, that may be a different thing. Another feature of this material that makes it potentially very suitable for bonsai is the fact that we've got some nice mature branching. You can just about see here some of these branches are nice and thick with lots of nice side shoots, and while they're a little bit straight, we're going to be able to manipulate those because they're not too big. When dealing with trees that are extensively rotted, as this one is, it's very important that we remove all the soft corky material. There's absolutely no point in trying to preserve it or keep it. But one of the good things is, once you get through the soft material, as I'm doing here, the wood gets harder and harder. And where you can see the colour changes from that soft brown to this much lighter material, this is very hard wood. And this we're going to be able to keep and preserve in the usual way. Making small gins from material like this is very simple. In order to strip the bark, we just take a pair of gin pliers and just crush that, and because it's green there's sap under it, you see it just practically falls off. And having done that, we then crush the end of the wood with the pliers, and we can just peel that down. Okay, and then we just take a gas torch, burn the ends, wire brush it, and that's done. Taxus is a tree that builds up a great deal of foliage density, and what I'm doing here is basically removing the needles or the leaves from the old shoots. Where it's turned woody, where it's lignified, we can strip those out. That enables us to get the wire in without doing any damage to the foliage, and also encourages back budding for next year's growth. So by next spring there'll be buds popping up all along this woody growth. And where we've got these little dense clusters of buds like this, we just go through those, take the small ones out. Perhaps we'll leave the larger ones as in here. They'll become future side branches. And so basically once that's all cleaned out like that, that's ready to be able to go through and to wire that.